Are games like this on the short turnarounds, are they a little bit easier to play after a win like last night?
Yeah, definitely. I think that any back-to-back is hard, but at the same time, you don't really have time to prepare or sit down and think, and you just go out and do it. So I've never mind those, and I think tonight will definitely not be a hard one for us to get motivated for.
How has it been for with the coach really emphasizing the rest at this time of the year?
No, I think it's important. It makes it a little bit easier when the team is doing well to get that opportunity. But I think that it's been a main focus all year, and I think that it's been it's been well maintained throughout the year. And even though sometimes you think that you can do a little bit more, it's going to pay off down the road. And I think that where we are right now with the injuries that we have and that we've had, I think that we've been been extremely lucky to stay away from any main ones. And I think that rest has been a big part of that.
Coach indicated after the game last night that he was unhappy with some parts of the game. What parts have to be improved for tonight's game?
No, I think we did not play one of our better games yesterday. I think that at the end of the day we did enough things right to get the win. I think that we deserved the win, and there were parts of our game where we were dominating, and there were parts of the game where they were, and that's the way it's going to be sometimes. I still think that yesterday was a game that we're happy that we won, but at the same time I think that there's not going to be a lot of things that we're going to try and keep from it. I think that we're going to move forward. We're not going to look back, and today is going to be a totally different game, and we know what we have to do to be successful, and hopefully we can start off the right way and can keep building on that as the game progresses.
From your perspective, how much did you take pleasure in seeing Freddie Claesson score his first in the NHL?
A lot. I think it's been a long time coming. I think that he's been having some great looks. I think that he's been playing really well for us for all the games that he's played this year, and again, we've been being very healthy. I think that it's been pushing him out of the lineup a little bit more than it probably should. But again, I think that he's been taking it like a pro, and he's been playing again extremely well every time he gets the opportunity and the few minutes that he gets. And it was nice to see him get credit for a goal that I think has been a long time coming.
So you play 7D, so how different is it for you?
For me personally, I don't think it changes that much. I still think that I get to play my situations, and I get to play my game, and I get to be out there a lot. I think that for the rest of the crew, it definitely changes a bit, and it's not something that we're used to doing. I think that all the guys that we have are used to playing more minutes, and having 7 guys, it kind of juggles that a bit, especially with the power plays and penalty kills and stuff like that dictates a lot of the ice time as well. But again, I think that it's good to play 7 every once in a while, since we have a good group of guys and everybody can play, and you don't have to play a lot of minutes every night in order to feel fresh for down the stretch. So I think it comes with the good and the bad at the same time, but for me personally, it doesn't really change much.
Tied into that, are you managing your game individually, like each game, differently than maybe earlier in your career?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's one of the things that comes with experience and being in the league for a long time. I've been on teams that made the playoffs the hard way. I've been on teams that missed the playoffs, and I think this is the first time where it really feels like we have a solid group of guys that can play a lot of minutes, and you can juggle it around more than maybe in the previous years. And it's been nice to see other guys getting more responsibility and actually doing a really good job at it. So for me personally, I think that this year has been a lot easier just in that experience that we're playing a lot better hockey. We have a deeper lineup, and it feels like everybody's contributing on different aspects, and this is what you want on a playoff team, I think, and we still got a ways to go, but it definitely feels like we have 23 guys that can get the job done, and it's not going to land on a certain few guys.
Like the shorter shifts, are they paying off for you, or is it other stuff?
Yeah, I think it's a mix of everything. I think that as I said, the 7 that we have here all can play in every situation, and I think that that's a great comfort zone for everybody in the back end, and especially on the forward side now as well. I think that rolling more lines and having everybody contribute on every aspect of the ice, I think is huge. And again, you want to play as much as you possibly can every night, but as you get deeper into your career, I think that you realize that might not always be the best case for you.
With Freddie, how much over this year or even the last few years, how much have you had to talk to him to stay patient and bide his time and wait for his opportunity to come?
No, I think that he's been over here for a long time now. He used to bingo for a long time. He knows how things work over here and what you have to do to be successful. And I think he's been really good at being a true pro. And he's been whenever he's been called upon, I think that he's been doing every right thing to be prepared for it, even though he hasn't really gotten that many games in a row. And it's tough sitting for a long time that in between games that he has. But I think that the days in between the practices, he really does what he needs to do to be successful for when he gets a chance to play. And I think that he's really proven that all the games that he's played this year, and his time will come. He's a terrific defenseman, and he's going to be a big part of our team moving forward, not only this year but next year as well. And he's one of those people that everybody wishes he does well.
You give him tips on the celebration?
No, he does that himself. He says he doesn't score too often, so he's got a special one picked out for every goal he scores. So hopefully we get to see it a lot more.
Interesting to see Staub contribute on the power play. Yes.
Yeah, it's nice. I think he said it was his first power play goal in his NHL career. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's nice to see him come here as well. Bring the energy, and he's excited to be here. He's been on a winning team before. He's been in the playoffs, and he's been around for a long time. And this system really fits him well. I think that he moves just as well now as he did, when we were younger, when we first broke into the league.